So please bear with us. We're gonna crack on very shortly. Okay. I've got a question for you. Is the forecast any better? Next week. When we are racing in Azerbaijan, it'll be great in Montreal. Is that what you say? Okay. I think we have our Facebook Live followers with us now. It's great to have you. We have a surprise coming up very shortly, which you will be very much part of. So please bear with us. The surprise I've given away is male, but beyond that, let's just wait for him to join us. He's a Ferrari Formula One driver. I think that's probably obvious. And he's a 4-time world champion, a winner of 42 Grand Prix, a previous winner here in Montreal. And actually, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a look behind you, I think we're going to be joined by this absolute superstar right now. So let's give a very warm hand to, I've given him such a build-up, but here he is, Sebastian Vettel, ladies and gentlemen. Great to see you. We could be at Silverstone given the temperatures, couldn't we?
Yeah.
How are you? Welcome to Montreal.
Rain. Thank you. I'm fine.
Now, I've been telling everybody how you've had a string of pole positions here in Montreal. You've won the race here. But is it true that you love the Canadian Grand Prix because you love maple syrup? Is that the reason?
Yeah, the only reason. No, I like coming here. I've been obviously coming now a couple of times. Had good years and bad years, but yeah, love the track, love the place. I think it's a great atmosphere. It's a great city. I think it's always nice when you have the racetrack very close by to a big city, and then if it's such a cool track as well, it's very nice.
We've talked a lot about the partnership between Shell and Ferrari so far this morning. We've talked very little about the track. Can you just give us a very quick resume of what it's like to drive? The walls are close, the speeds are high, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, it's not a permanent racetrack. Obviously, we're not here all year, so I think that's something you know better than us. But the asphalt is very tricky. It's not very high grip, so it's fairly slippery. Then you've got a track that is fairly high speed, big brakings. It's hard on the brakes. So it's a bit stop and go, but you've got very technical chicanes with high curbs, so we have to really be aggressive with the car, steering the car over the curbs. Timing and precision is very important. Plus, as you said, you've got the walls very close, which is always exciting because you want to dare to go as close as possible to the wall, but not in the wall. So, yeah, I think it's a nice place. Plus, as I said, the atmosphere is great. You've got always a lot of people coming to the race. Yeah, Canadians seem crazy about Formula One, so that makes the event even more special.
And Ferrari is the most successful team here at the Canadian Grand Prix.
That's why I joined them.
Yeah. Well, no, see, here's the thing. The first ever winner here in Montreal back in 1978 was Gilles Villeneuve. Was he a man, I know you weren't even alive in 78, but was he a man who, when you look at the history of Formula One, are you a fan of Gilles? Can you understand his passion for the sport and how close everyone here in Montreal feels to him?
Probably not, because I'm not old enough. But I think knowing that he was our ex-boss's or Enzo Ferrari's favorite, he must have been a special character. Obviously, read a little bit about him and about that time, and I think, yeah, there were some great guys racing in that period, and he was certainly one of them. And yeah, passed away way too early. I think would have been, yeah, for sure, a great champion. With the spirit he had, I think you could see that there's a next great champion coming. So that way, obviously, people had to wait until his son was ready to win the World Championship.
Now, tell us about the partnership between Shell and Ferrari. Something that the technical boss of Ferrari told me last year is that you are one of the very few drivers he's ever worked with who gets the whole jigsaw in Formula One. Not only are you blindingly quick in the cockpit, but you understand the big picture. And a partnership like the one between Shell and Ferrari is unique in the pit lane. How do you see it? What do you feel it brings you, the driver?
Well, first of all, I try to understand as much as possible. I'm not an engineer, so I don't understand everything. But then again, I think it's important that as a driver, you're not just interested in driving the car, but also try to understand what happens around you. I think it's a great part of a big part of the job. Trying to work with a team, and it's not just people that are directly responsible for your performance on a given day, but there's a lot of people in the factory. Working in the end for two cars, for us, the drivers, a lot of people in Shell, trying to, in the end, all we want is performance, trying to enhance performance. And I think certainly since the introduction of the new engine era, with the new power units that we have, the importance of fuel and lubricants, grew massively. So the amount of performance that we can get from our partner Shell is incredible. Last year we were making a lot of gains, and sometimes even big steps, mostly with the fuel to get more performance, but then for oils and stuff, for reliability. Last year, as I said, we had a race somewhere mid-season where we added new fuel, and you could really feel the difference inside the car. So that's not just 1, 2, 3, 5, or 4, 5 horsepower. That's in the region of 10 plus horsepower, and that's a massive step.
Well, Ian was telling us earlier that Shell's contribution to lap time improvement last year was about half a second. Now, to normal people, and we exclude Sebastian for this comment, half a second feels like nothing when you look at the second hand on your watch. Now, including you, half a second seems a lifetime. How do you feel half a second in the car? Is it under acceleration? Is it noticeable?
Yeah, definitely. It's not a lot. If you look at, like I said, if you look at your watch, it's not a lot. But in the car, it's a big difference. So if somebody would tell me, they never do, take it easy by half a second, then it would make my life easier. But somehow that radio call never came through. But it makes a big difference. It's not like you totally relax. You still have to push, but it's a big difference. You don't have to squeeze everything out. It's incredible. I mean, that number on its own, and then if you look at sometimes the qualifying or the lap times that we do, we're looking for hundreds, and if we then get into the tens of seconds, obviously throughout the whole season, but still, it's immense.
Now, final question from me, because we have our Beat the Driver competition coming up in a second, but I wanted to ask you, how do you feel you have changed as a driver, and maybe as a person, since you've been at Ferrari? In the 18 months that you've been at Ferrari, Italian's coming on well?
So. I started to move my hands a lot.
And your love of pasta is obviously...
Unbroken.
Yeah, unbroken. So it was there before?
Yes.
Okay, good. But just, do you...
I had pizza last night.
Pizza?
Shouldn't say that, because I have to keep my weight. It was great.
But just, Sebastian, when you joined the team, you said that you'd always been a Ferrari fan, and it was a dream come true to be racing for the most historic team in Formula One. Have all those expectations lived up to your expectations, if you like, in terms of what it's like to be a Ferrari driver? I bet you get all the best tables at restaurants.
No. In Maranello, maybe. But, I think, yes. I think it has even exceeded expectations. I think to see the amount of passion people have for the brand in Maranello, in the factory, people that work for Ferrari day in, day out. But also people in Italy, fans all across the world. I think Ferrari is a way of life as well. It's not just a car manufacturer that makes beautiful sports cars. So I think in that regard, to see how much it means to people definitely was a very, very positive surprise. Certainly always meant something to me when I was a little child and playing with toy cars. The Ferraris always won. So obviously it's a huge honor to join the list of Ferrari drivers in the past. But also there's the clear target that Ferrari currently is not winning, and we want to bring Ferrari back to the top. So there's a lot of work ahead, and that leads on to your second part, or the first part actually of your question. As a driver, I think driving the car, you naturally try to learn, try to improve yourself. The cars change, the conditions change, so it's a constant challenge. But I think, over the years I've got more experienced, and not just occupied now driving the car, but also probably taking care of other things in the region of working with the team or our partners, trying to understand and trying to help where I can, and in the end try to make progress. So that sums it up, I guess.
And you're excited about the future, next year's regulations, that kind of thing? Yeah,
I think one thing that really blew me away was the potential that I saw first time the gates opened in Maranello, to see how many people there are, and to see the resources, and I think what we can do in the future, if we get everything together, will be great. So that's what we're working very hard for. Obviously there's been a big shift not so long ago, about 18 months ago. New people coming in, including myself, and it always takes some time to get into the rhythm and get people into the groove, including myself, but I think we're on a good path.
Ladies and gentlemen, you kind of know it's going to happen, don't you? When you've got a man like this at the helm. Let's hope it happens. Now, who's ready for Beat the Driver? And this includes our Facebook followers around the world. This is where you can get involved, because I'm going to ask our quadruple world champion a few questions, and then we're going to take one question from Facebook at the end. So please get involved, think of a question, and then we will ask it at the end. Sebastian, we have tools, props. See, yeah, yes. We're taking you back to school. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you, if you know the answer to this question, what's going to happen? I'm going to ask a question. If you know the answer, put your hand up. Sebastian is going to write his answer. If he gets it wrong and you get it right, you get a prize.
Why do I have to write it down? Can I not?
Well, we just thought we want to see what your handwriting's like, really. I suppose we could do it audibly, couldn't we? I think we're all happy.
No, it's fine.
Are you happy to write?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought, the computer age, your handwriting might be a bit messy.
No.
Okay.
Fortunately, I'm not that young, so I still started with handwriting, and I prefer handwriting.
Okay. Are we ready? Fingers on buzzers kind of thing. What message is written on the asphalt at the start of the Montreal Grand Prix circuit?
My pen doesn't work.
Now the pen doesn't. Okay, we might have to revert to... Really?
Yes.
That's
that was
the rubber.
Special.
That's the rubber.
Okay.
Yeah.
actually, that's to take it off. Okay.
Yeah, that's the rubber. Do you want me to take the... Yeah. I can take that now. Okay, good. It's all running very smoothly, our competition. Now, so yes, what words are written on the start-finish straight of the Montreal Grand Prix circuit? Our four-time champ is ready. Okay, let's start with you, sir. What do you think is written? Salut, Gilles.
Oh, yeah. I was wrong then. I had Gilles Villeneuve.
I'm afraid we have a winner already, sir. Well done. That is our first winner.
True.
You've been on pole position so many times.
It's not that easy to see. I need to find racing drivers' excuses. It's not that easy to see the,
shopping list. But it's
Plus, I'm going fairly quick at that point. I think we're doing around Yeah, close to 300.
You started on pole position, I think, more than any
So I
other
read the
driver.
shield. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Okay, question 2.
That's
This is
fine.
going well, audience. Well done. Keep going. What is the most popular sport in Canada? Just wait for Champ to... Okay. Okay, you, sir, in the leather jacket. I need...
It's ice hockey.
Yeah, I think you've lost. I think if we're going to be pedants about this, I think we needed the word ice. So
No, it's fine,
it's
fine.
1-1, and our...
That's quite harsh.
No, we've got to have... This is Formula 1. We have rules. I think... Okay. Next question. Question 3. Which F1 team has won the most Montreal Grand Prix? Now, we have mentioned this in our chat so far this morning. I can see the people on Facebook putting their hands up. You know the answer. Does anyone in the room know the answer? Yes. Very good.
Us.
Yeah. See, we are
Not
family.
me, but
We are all
exactly.
family. Well done. We have our second winner of the morning. Us is the correct answer. I thought you US for a second. Anyway, which F1 driver, question 4, which F1 driver registered an official lap record of 1 minute 13.622 on the circuit Gilles Villeneuve? Which driver set that lap record? Just while Sebastian's having a think. In case you've got it right, so I have to wait for him to... We like... Okay, who put their hand up first? I think it was actually this gentleman at the back. So yes, sir. That is incorrect. We can go again in the audience. Yes, at the front here. Very good, sir. How did you know that? Do you know what year it was? You're absolutely right. It was Rubens Barrichello in 2004 when, of course, he was a Ferrari driver. And our champion said...
But I thought I did a 113. No?
To be honest,
Do you have your facts?
he's always been quick here, so if in doubt, it was probably a good guess, wasn't
Can
it?
somebody look it up? I think 2011 or something was 113 something. I'm
Are
not
you
sure.
questioning what I've got written down here?
No, I'm sure it's right, but I think I was
You
not
think you
that
were,
far off.
you think we're... Oh, I see. 113.6. Alex, can you Google that one for us, please? Yeah. Okay, next question. The last corner at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve, turn 13, is a tricky chicane which leads onto the start-finish straight. Among the F1 community, that corner goes under what name? Okay, what's that final corner? I think I'll be a bit more specific. We're talking about the exit of the corner. Is known colloquially within Formula 1 as... Okay, that's probably what you call it. Yes, very good. I think Sebastian's playing with us this morning. I think he knows all the answers, by the way.
No, I didn't. I didn't know it
Did
was
you know?
Rubens Barrichello, and I didn't know the first one, Salut Gilles.
Okay, champions ready? You, sir, what do you think is another name for the outside of that turn? Bonjour Quebec, I think, is what it says on it, but that's not the answer I'm looking for. You, sir?
Wall of Champions.
Very good. And our champion says?
Turn 13, 14. Wall of Champions.
He's all over it.
But that's how it's known.
When you're talking to your engineer,
Yeah,
do you
turn
refer to
13,
it as
14.
turn 13, 14?
Yeah.
Five world champions have been crashed into that wall. Are you one of them?
I thought your question was who are the five?
Yeah, well, no. But are you one of the five?
Yeah, what's the question?
No, there is no question. I'm just trying to give added information to the thing. Five
Yes.
world champions
Yes,
have crashed into that
yeah,
wall.
yes.
I know that Schumacher did it, Button did it, Sebastian did it, Villeneuve did it. No, champions. Has Lewis done it? double points for anyone who can name the fifth.
So who did we have? One?
So we had Villeneuve. Oh, Damon Hill. I think Damon Hill did it.
Don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know.
I don't know.
I was just thinking,
Who else could it be?
what qualifies you to be one of the five? Do you have to crash before you are world champion or after you are world champion?
Oh, I see. Gosh, imagine being his race engineer right now. I think just world champions. I think it's great. Anyway, shall we move on? Keep thinking on Facebook, please, for your questions, Sebastian. I'm sure there isn't a better
The most
question.
important one is the qualifying. I'm not sure, but I think I did a 1:13 something. Don't want to be arrogant, but
I'll be really annoyed if he's right. Okay. Is there any way we can find that out?
Otherwise I'll do it myself. I'll look it up myself.
Now, are we ready to go again? Next question. One of the Shell technicians owns a donkey. Could it be Ian? Is that true or false is all I want from you. True or false that a senior ranking member of the Ferrari Formula One team owns a donkey? True or false? Who's going to give me an answer? We've had you before, so shall we go? Yes, sir, you over there. True. Very good. Was that a guess or did you know? Educated guess. Okay. It is true. It is. It's not Ian, by the way. It is a man called Guy Lovett. Did you know that? Was that a guess?
No, I knew it before.
You did know it. Do you know the
wasn't
name?
cheating though. Yeah, Guy.
Yeah, but do you know the name of the donkey?
No. Donkey, I guess.
Actually, donk, as in yes, as in the film. Right, moving on. Sorry, I'm probably taking.
But I had
too
the
long.
question some weeks ago, months ago, and I said that's wrong.
About the donkey.
Yeah, and then I learned that it's true. So
Yeah.
I didn't cheat. I just
Did
knew
you know
it.
that donkeys mate for life?
What do you mean?
So you have to, donkeys are
Have
happy
a partner.
Have a
you mean?
partner for life.
Yeah, for life, like
Yeah.
geese.
Like geese, maybe.
Yeah,
You did know that.
yeah.
So this is all a bit random. I do apologise.
It's true. With geese, it's true. Look it up.
But
And then
geese-
when the partner is about to die, they go down with him, with her, wait until he or she passes away, and then.
Is it the same with
Move on.
donkeys? I suppose it is.
I don't think donkeys come down as much.
Well, no, they don't, but I think they might miss each other, I suppose, in the same way. Moving on, let's move this on. Are you enjoying this on Facebook? True or false? Shell V-Power race fuel. Shell V-Power race fuel and lubricant delivered 25% of the total performance gain of the 2015 Ferrari power unit. True or false? 25% of the power gain last year came from Shell V-Power. Who's going to give me a hand? You, sir. True. Guess or did you know? You had no doubt, is what. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely right. Shell V-Power fuel and lubricant did deliver 25%, which equated to about half a second a lap. And our champion says.
Which camera I have to point to?
Point it to Ian. Okay. You're brilliant at this. This is great. Okay. True or false? The current team of Shell trackside technicians has worked a combined total of 100 races. Very quickly, Ian, how many of you are there in the trackside team? So there's 4. Okay, is that a combined total of 100 races? True or false? You've got a 50% chance of getting this right. Let's go for it, guys. Who's going to give me... Yes, sir. It's false. Between them, they have worked 300 races. And I didn't...
I wasn't quick enough.
No, sorry. I was just getting carried away. I was so
But
excited.
of course, I would have wrote down it's false. So you gave the answer.
Okay, and true or false, Shell's relationship with Enzo Ferrari started in 1880. True or false?
You're asking me.
I'm asking, well, I don't want to go too soon.
I don't know. I think that's wrong.
Anyone? What do you think in the audience? You, sir? 29. You're absolutely right. It's false. The relationship started back in 1929, which makes it one of the longest-serving partnership between team and partner in Formula One. You've given up writing.
Well, depends if I have to.
Okay. True or false? Oh, we've done that one, sorry. Okay, the Scuderia Ferrari V6 internal combustion engine was 90% reliable in all races last year. True or false? 90% reliable last year? Come on, give me an answer. Yes, sir. False. And our champion says?
I started off writing true and then...
This is brilliant.
Yeah.
As Sebastian knows only
My
too
English
well...
is not so good.
As Sebastian knows only too well, the internal combustion engine was 100% reliable. Now, we have one more
question
question
I thought it was
from...
at least.
You
Okay,
mean?
it was a tricky question then. I thought it said at least 90% reliable.
No, I said... What?
But that's not what
Now,
you said, so it's fine.
Facebook, I have one more question, so you've got about another 3 minutes to get your question into us, and then we will ask it to Sebastian. So, final question from me, true or false? Shell V-Power race fuel contains at least 99% of the same types of compounds as Shell V-Power Nitro Plus premium gasoline for road cars. 99% of the same compounds, true or false? Madam? Absolutely right. And Sebastian says absolutely right. Well done, everybody. Everyone wins a prize as far as I'm concerned. Now, Facebook, time up. What is our question?
Okay, so we have a question from a Facebook fan, Sib Pai from Prince Edward Island. So, good day, Red 5. I know you probably stick to a specific diet on race weekend, but are you going... But are you going to make time for a smoked meat sandwich and poutine while you are in Montreal?
Sorry, I didn't. What food?
A smoked meat sandwich and a poutine.
Smoked meat sandwich.
And
a...
Poutine.
What's that?
French fries with cheese and gravy.
Sounds good. I write that down. So what's the answer? Don't know yet. Have to try.
No, you're not allowed. Actually, being serious, you have to be
very...
very...
I'm not allowed, of course.
Well, no, you have to be careful about your weight, don't you?
Yeah, but I can run to the restaurant and run back.
And you say you had a pizza last night.
I cycled there, and I cycled back.
Okay. But you call your car Margarita, is that right?
Correct.
Is it after the pizza?
No.
No.
It's not, and the pizza is not, Margarita is a name, so it's not pizza. You can be named Margarita in Italy. Probably nobody is because you think of the pizza. But, yeah, there's a little bit of thought. I mean, it's a funny game. Together with the mechanics, we pick a name, but there's a little bit of thought behind. And the last Italian queen was called Margarita, so we hope that...
Okay, there you go. The last
this
Italian
car turns
queen.
out to be a queen at the end of the year. We'll see.
Now, thank you for being such a good sport. Isn't this man not only a sublime racing driver,